satellite get...
Even another ship.
We have 700 tons...
For 3 months with barely a glimpse of daylight. They're the people who serve in submarines. Most of our non-nuclear subs are based at Gosport in Hampshire. Richard Vaughan has been spending some time with the submariners there.
Early morning, and the black bulk of a submarine slips away from HMS Dolphin and slithers out into the Solent. Her name is Opossum, but there's nothing cuddly about this creature. Her primary job is to track down and shadow enemy submarines. Underwater, Opossum is virtually undetectable.
Don't clear the periscopes, first time.
Coming up to the castle, boys. If I adjust your speed to let him into the harbour first.
The Opossum has just undergone 6 weeks maintenance. Today is Cobwebs Day, where the submarine's functions are tested by a series of exercises.
We've been in harbour for the last 6 weeks and maintaining various bits of gear, so what we need to do is take the boat out, get it all wet, make sure that no water comes in, except where it's meant to, and all the gear works, and work up our men, the team, back to a sort of safe state where we can go off on our next 3 month worth of work.
Emergency stations, stand by, collision forward, shut the bulkhead door. There's a large vessel passing very close down the port side. 34 bulkhead shut down. Right, 34 bulkhead shut down.
Sleeves, break rig.
103 bulkhead shut down. Roger, 103.
Well, the purpose of today is to test all the gear and all the people, and exercising a collision allows us to test our emergency responses to a variety of possible ships and that hopefully we won't collide with. The prime aim is to divide the submarine very quickly into a number of completely watertight compartments, so people will shut the bulkhead doors and the systems that are associated with them, shut them down, and we will make ourselves as watertight as possible while attempting to get away from whatever might be hitting us.
Let me just take you on a tour of this boat. Follow me, if you will, and we'll start here at the back end. This is the after mess. 24 men live here, mostly electricians and mechanics, through into the motor room, through one of the hatches. The motor room is where vast amount of electricity is concentrated. And up here is the engine room. This is noisy. Noisy. The amazing thing is those engines don't drive the boat, but they do act as a battery charger. That's the idea. Now the galley just there on the right, the heads are here on the left, and then we come to the control room. This is the nerve center of the boat. This is where all the major decisions are taken. If we walk around this way through the control room, which we'll come back to in a moment. Up there is the conning tower, but straight on we go. Past the captain's cabin on the left, the wardroom here on the right, and down here towards the front end. Well, hello there. Yes, we've got, this is the wardroom pantry right here. Another hatch. Senior ratings mess just there. Here's a fellow who's feeling seasick, I happen to know. Feeling better yet? Oh, jolly good. He's feeling a little bit better. Past the senior ratings mess there. There we go. And into the junior ratings mess, where they're still playing these lovely games that they enjoy so much. Peculiar to the Navy, I might say, and on through one more hatch into the fore ends. This, of course, is where the torpedoes are stored and all the kind of sharp end action takes place. It's about 100 yards long altogether.
How he didn't crack his head open there, I don't know. There'll be more from Richard Vaughan and the crew of HMS Opossum tomorrow, with the submarine going into an attack exercise and the crew talking about their lives on board.
Well, now let's turn to some sporting action, and with news of £1 million soccer transfer.
It's certainly different, and if you're wondering why all submariners actually volunteer for the job, then this report from Richard Vaughan provides some of the answers.
The Opossum is one of the Navy's 10 Oberon-class patrol submarines. She was built back in 1964, and while her radar and sonar equipment are state-of-the-art, most of the rest of her is more like the state-of-the-ark. Using the toilet is torturous, and with fresh water strictly limited, washing is definitely a luxury.
Yeah, tend to have a bird bath about once a week.
What does that entail?
Well, you just fill a bowl full of water and you try and splash it around as much as possible and just have a quick yeah.
And apart from that, what about a shower?
Well, normally you normally allow this shower just prior to entering harbour, you know.
But the smell must be pretty awful after 3 months away.
The thing is, you all smell the same, so you don't tend to notice it so much.
At least everyone is in the same boat, including the captain. It helps create that sense of togetherness, which is just as well in such a small space.
Hang on, I need a bit of room here, please. D1 and D2 starboard vent hull valves, 2 number are open. The radar and WT depth gauge hull cock is open. No closing contacts inside 12,000 yards. Secure radar, low radar.
Secure radar, roger. Visual control on, shut the induction hull valve and emergency flat valve.
The food, or scram, on a submarine is surprisingly good. In fact, one of the dangers of troughing is putting on weight because there's nowhere to work it off.
The main meals really is breakfast and a dinner in the evening. We normally have a light lunch, what we're doing now. And then they like the fresh bread and that for breakfast and rolls. Yeah.
Fresh bread for 3 months?
Well, yeah, we do it every night. The captain insists on that.
Now, you're only 2 of you.
Yeah.
Crew of 70. And you're very busy.
Yeah, but we work shifted. There's not a lot of room, so we work like one of us is in here, one's in bed, and then we change around after meal times.
Hot bunking, they call it, don't they?
No, we got our own bunk. We have.
Oh, have you? Yeah. Oh, special privileges.
Yeah.
In the junior mess, the washing up is done right there in a plastic bowl.
Well then, lads, here we go.
No.
You want me to drop them all out in one go?
The men's few belongings are stored in the stools around the table. On the Opossum, every square inch of space is put to use. And as the submarine dives, that space shrinks under the pressure. As one senior rating told me, you can always tell when you're too deep, when you can't close the toilet doors.
Action stations, action stations. Assume that is control state 1, weapon readiness state 1. The target pitch attack.
Shut off for attack.
Shut off for attack. Roger, interim. Off and shut off for attack. Roger, off and shut off for attack. ACS quarterback stations.
1D59. Right, pay attention team, the target on that bearing, track 103, reclassified possible Soviet spy trawler, stand by, Tiger pitch attack, 2 weapons.
Safe fire key, 2 fire. Safe fire key is 2 fire.
Roger. Fire! Pull through.
It was exciting, it was a challenge. You know, the training, that was the hard bit. I just looked at it and thought, well, it's more of a challenge than just doing a normal run-of-the-mill job in the Navy.
What do you enjoy about submarines?
I get awful seasick, so when I'm under the water, I'm better.
Naturally, there are no windows on a submarine, so the crew create their own day and night by flicking a switch. Nighttime is red time. Sleeping is one of the great pastimes, but getting to sleep isn't always easy. 8 of the crew of 67 are still obliged to hot bunk. That means 1 in, 1 out. And once you're in, don't try turning over. There just isn't room. This is what they call closet corner, short for claustrophobia. You'll understand it when I tell you it's the size of an average shoebox. 6 people sleep in here. One of them is Dickie Dawson. Every time he moves his head, he gets a headache. Excuse me. It does seem amazing that men actually volunteer to spend weeks on end entombed underwater rather than serve on a surface ship. The only incentive is an extra £5 a day for junior ratings and £8 for officers. But whatever their reasons, we should be grateful to them. And next time you see someone complaining of blurred vision, ask him if he's a submariner. It's a common problem for them on the day they step ashore after weeks where they never focus on anything more than a few feet from their face.
And if you suffer from claustrophobia, I should think you're feeling uncomfortable at the moment. Richard Vaughan and a look at life on a submarine. Now then, chart-topping music, comedy...